Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on the statistics. Today we will discuss about the various properties of the regression coefficient. Myself, Dr. Garg, working in the School of Mathematics, Thapar Institute, India. You can contact me either of my email IDs if you find any doubt regarding this video. So what is the regression coefficient? As we discussed in our last class, that a regression coefficient is nothing is a measure which are used to compute the average functionality between the two variables like x and y. Also in this two variables, one variable is called as the dependent and other is called as the independent. Like here, if I call as a plus bx is my regression line, then this x is my independent and y is dependent on the x. Also, the regression coefficient, it measures the degree of the dependency of the one variable to the other. It is also called as the slope coefficients. Why regression coefficients are called as the slope coefficients? Because it determines the slope of the line. So that is how the variable y is changes with respect to the x, or x changes with respect to the y. So for more detail about this regression coefficient, we have seen in our last lecture that regression analysis. You may see watch this previous lecture in detail are here. Now we will see about the regression coefficients. So what is the regression coefficients are there? They are representing about the slope of the regression line. So and it is denoted as bxy or byxb. So what are the regression lines are there? So we know that there are the two regression lines. One is called as the y on x. Y on x means this is my dependent and x is my independent variable. So y is dependent and x is independent. And the coefficient, that is what is the slope of this line is? That is a b. So we call this b as the regression coefficient, denoted as byx. Yx is y on x. Similarly, on the line x on y, we will denote it as a bxy. Also, we had derived this relation between the correlation coefficient and so on. This is there. How you remember this? That's a very simple. So if you call as bxy, this is a line on y on x. So you can see standard deviation of y on x. Similarly for here, this is x on y. So you call as the x on y are there. Now in this lecture, we will see the various properties. We will discuss about the 7 properties, and with the help of the their corresponding examples to discuss, like say what is the value of the correlation coefficient, natures and so on. Let's discuss the first property, that is the geometric mean between the two regression coefficients. The two regression coefficients are bxy and byx. What is the geometric mean is root is equal to the correlation coefficient, and that's very simple. So what you need is the regression coefficient. So we can start with the definition of the regression coefficients. Now we need the multiply sign between them. So on, if you multiply them, what you will get, this is nothing but r square. Therefore is the required result. That's our first property. So it means if you know the value of the bxy and you know the value of the byx, you can compute the correlation coefficient by using this expression. Look at the second property is, if one of the regression coefficient, that is greater than 1, then other must be less than of the 1. That's again the same thing are there. So we know that by the property 1 we derive this, r is the correlation coefficient. So if r is the correlation coefficient, so the range of this correlation coefficient is -1 to +1. So what is the value of the r square? It is always be less than or equal to 1. So once it will be less than equal to 1, so it means you can find the one of the variable value. So clearly sees that if byx is greater than 1, then you can say that if byx is greater than 1, then the reciprocal of them is always be less than 1, and vice versa are there. So this is the quiet proof of this. Also you can write like this way also from here, byx is less than equal to bxy. So if bxy is my greater than 1, then byx is less than 1. Look at the third property is, both the regression coefficients must have the same sign. What is the meaning of the same sign is, if byx is positive, then bxy will also be the positive, and it is true for the vice versa. That's again very simple. You can start with the definition of the regression coefficients. Now can I write this in this way? If you divide them, what will happen? If you divide, this will be my here. So what is that? This is a square quantity which is always be a positive. So what is the meaning of that? bxy upon byx is always be greater than 0. So it means either both are negative or either both are positive. So that means they have the same sign. Another property is that the regression coefficients and the correlation coefficient also have the same sign. Now in the last property we have seen these two coefficients must have the same sign. Now this property says the R, that is the correlation of Karl-Pearson correlation coefficient, also have the same sign. Again we can start from here. Now can I write like this way? If you divided both sides by R here, provided R is a non-zero, what is that? This is nothing but the ratio of the standard deviation. And what is the standard deviation? Is always be a positive. So once sigma x and sigma y both are positive, so the ratio will also be a positive. So what is the meaning of that? It means bxy upon r is greater than 0 and bxy upon r is greater than 0. What is the meaning of that? It means bxy and r either both are negative or either both are positive. That means both have the same sign. Similarly for here, either both are positive or both are negative. So therefore the nature of this and r has always same sign. What is the meaning of that? I can explain you with the example. So what is given to you? The regression coefficient of x on y. It means regression coefficient is b. X on y is minus 2 by 3. Y on x is minus 3 by 4. You have to find the correlation coefficient r. So you know by property 1 what is the formula for this is product of them. So if you multiply them, it will be here. But you can see the byx and bxy both are the negative. If you take the square root, it will be a plus minus. So since both are the negative, so instead of taking plus 1 by 2, it will be my minus 1 by 2. Why? Because bxy, byx and r have the same property. Look at the property 5. The arithmetic means between of the two regression coefficient is equal to or greater than r. That's again very simple. We can start with the definition of the byx and bxy. Now we need the average of this. So we can compute the left hand side firstly. So what will happen if you add them? So this will be nothing here. Now in order to prove this must be greater than of the r, my target is to prove this number must be greater than or equal to 1. So what you can do is you can start from here. We know that this quantity is nothing but the square of this, and square is always be greater than 0. So once it will be greater than 0, can I write like this way? Now I can take this part in the denominator. Why? Because sigma x and sigma y both are positive quantities. They are standard deviation here. Now you can substitute this value in here. So what will happen? You will get as this properties hold. Look at this second example. Next property is the regression coefficients are independent of the change of origin. What is the meaning of the change of origin? Is if you have the previous variable x plus minus of a, that is you can change them. Either you can shift towards the right or towards the left as a plus minus a or plus minus b. Then the regression coefficients between the new variables u and v are same as that of the xy. It means there is no effect of the regression coefficient if you want to add or subtract this one. Also, if I say these are my value of the x, these are my value of the y, and so on. Okay, so if in order to wants to find the value of the bxy, you can do is very simply. You can take any of the number, like say you can subtract as a 50. Your number will be lesser as compared to this, and find the regression coefficient between u and v, so that it will calculation easier. So that's a quite simple are there. We can start with the definition of this b of uv, that is here, where r is nothing but this. So in order to find this, we can firstly, we know that the correlation coefficient is independent of the change of origin. So it means whatever you have to plus minus, they are same. So therefore r of uv is nothing but r. So what is that? This is nothing but my u, this is nothing but my v. So it means r of xy and r of uv are same. Now we can start with the sigma of u. What is that? This is the variance of u. I can substitute the value of u as here. So what is the variance of the constant quantity? Is always be a 0. It means variance of the u and the variance of x are same. Similarly, you can find the variance of v and variance of y are same. You can substitute all the values are here. You will get sigma of u is nothing but my sigma x, sigma of v is nothing but my sigma of y. So what is that? This expression is nothing but my bxy. So it means this first property hold. Similarly, you can derive this is here. So for example, if I say the regression coefficient of x on y, that is bxy, is my 0.4, by on x is my 1.6, then you have to find the regression coefficient of this and this. So I called u as x plus 3, y as b minus. So what do you want? Since this the plus and minus are there, so the regression coefficients are remain same. So that is they are same as that of the previous one. Look at the last property is that the regression coefficients are not independent of the change of the scale. Change of scale means either you want to multiply or you want to divide by any of the constant quantity, then the regression coefficient will change. While the previous example says change of the origin does not impact on the regression coefficients. It means here again we can start with the definition of the b of uv. We firstly try to calculate the value of the r, then we will try to calculate the sigma u and the sigma v by the same method. Now in this case u is my ax. So now how you find the value of this? This is nothing but my u is my ax, b is my here. So you know what is that? What is the impact of the correlation coefficient is? It will be plus of the r or else minus r, depending upon that whether the product of these two quantities is greater than 0 or less than 0. Now you can find the value of the sigma of u by similar manner. You know that variance of ax is nothing but a square, and here similarly. So now once you will substitute this value in here, what you will get? Either they are the two cases. First case is when product of them is greater than 0 and so on. So what will happen? If I say what will happen of this term will be my bxy. Similarly for here. So therefore b of uv is not equal to b of xy. Similarly you can find the here. So in order to understand this, I can provide you one example. So what is given to you? You have to find the regression coefficient between 3x, x on y. So I called this as a v, this as a u. So you can see as bxy and byx is given to you. So this is nothing but my a upon b. So that is here. And when you find on the y vu, so this will be b upon a, because v is written as a 2. So firstly is the 2 and then divided by 3, you will get these two answers. So these are the properties of these correlation regression coefficients are there. So we will see some examples of the regression coefficients, how we can solve the problems in our next class. Till then you can simply follow this link for finding the more updated videos. Best of luck students. Happy learning.